How's it going? How's everybody doing? I'm back today to bring you another review on a fragrance that I really love. It's a fragrance that I picked up last year. It was around fall, and I really haven't broken it out. I've worn it a couple times just to get familiar with it, but spring is here, and it's the perfect time to kind of bust it out. So I've started wearing it a bit more, and I thought I'd do a review on it. And it is none other than Jungle Juice by Hez Parfums. It comes in a pretty standard bottle with cap. The atomizer, very nice. But the juice in this, Jungle Juice, is very, very good. So it's created by Hez Parfums, who started out in New Orleans, and it's perfumed by Hez Binkowitz. And he and his wife have an indie brand. They were based out of New Orleans. Most of their fragrances are inspired by New Orleans or the New Orleans area or the culture and things like that. And Jungle Juice is no exception. Jungle Juice, from what I understood it to be, was the same as what we used to call in the Virgin Islands voodoo juice. And it was just kind of like this little bit of this and a little bit of that as far as alcohol, and you create this really potent concoction of juices and alcohol and spirits that kind of just they kind of rock you. So it's kind of, I imagine it's inspired by that and like Mardi Gras season and all those things. So getting into the juice, God, it's good. So it opens with this fresh air vibe, and that's created with ozonic notes, and it creates this kind of this canopy that will rest over the fragrance. There's a little bit of a marine element there, but it's predominantly like a fresh air vibe. I think of like fresh air, spring day, sunny, blue skies, things are coming into bloom, and that's what I get. Then underneath that, you have like these 4 converging fruit juices that kind of, they flow into one another, and they create this kind of fruity concoction. And it's raspberry, blueberry, pineapple, and orange juice, and they all kind of flow together. Then you're gonna have all that. You're gonna take some spiced rum and you're gonna spike it. So it's gonna be now fruity, boozy, and ozonic. And that's the cool trifecta of this fragrance. To me, it's so kind of unique in that way, that it's the merging of these 3 elements. I don't see that in a lot of fragrances, but I love it. You got the fruity element with the booze, and then it's just kind of, I feel like there's this ozonic, fresh air quality to it, which keeps it light, and it keeps it kind of, just light and airy. So in addition to you have these spiked juices, then he adds a sugar cube accord to add just a touch more sweetness, and then a touch of honey. And that honey kind of merges with the rum, that spiced rum, and it kind of just makes it a little bit more full-bodied underneath. But this is still very light, and it's not overly sweet. I thought it would be overly sweet when I looked at the notes, but it's not. It lasts a pretty good amount of time. My skin eats through fragrances, and it lasts roughly 6.5 hours on me. I live in Texas, so the heat takes its toll on your fragrances here. I used to live in Montana where, man, my fragrances would last a long time, but it kind of takes its toll. So I do have to reapply here in Texas if I want it to last, 10 hours or whatnot. So yeah, but as far as like the projection is beautiful. It creates a nice sillage for the first, hour and a half or so, and then it starts kind of sitting a little closer, and then, it's a skin scent around 5.5 to 6.5 hours, around there, depending on the weather. I think it's a gorgeous, gorgeous fragrance. And like the thing that I like I said before, was this combination. Like I've smelled fruity, boozy fragrances, but that added ozonic note keeps it just very fresh, uplifting. There's a real kind of life to it. It gives it life, and it just seems like a happy day. Like you wear this when you're going to be going out and doing stuff on a nice sunny day. It just makes for a great time. Anyways, Unfortunately, I don't think that I think they pulled this one. So if you're seeing this video, it got unvaulted, and that's kind of why I'm putting it out, because I had made this and then realized now that they had pulled it. So it was a bummer, but it's one that I wanted to do the review on. I feel really strongly about it. It's one that I really, really like, and I really encourage you. You know, if that's something that you think you like with the fruity boozy and then a little bit of ozonic, and the fruit juices are just really great in this. It's a fun fragrance to wear. It's enjoyable. It's not an immature sweetness. It feels like it still carries a sense of maturity, maybe because of the ozonic quality to it. But that's the review for today. This is a new channel, just getting started. So if you could comment, like, subscribe, I'd greatly appreciate it. For all those who have been following and supporting, I really, really appreciate you guys. And yeah, until next time, peace.